Are you ready to grow some inches and retain some length in 2022? Well, welcome to our first Ayurvedic hair challenge of the year. So this challenge, unlike some of our previous challenges, is going to include both internal and external aspects so that we can optimize our hair growth. So as always, you guys, before you consume any type of herbal treatments, please talk with your doctor, especially if you're on any type of medications, you're pregnant or lactating, okay? So the challenge will officially begin January 16th, and I'll be doing weekly videos for you guys, and I will be 1 week ahead of you guys so that you guys can ask any questions. You can see what types of treatments we're doing, all of that, etc., etc. So make sure you join me here and also in our Facebook group where you feel free to ask and share and post and join us along in this challenge and this journey, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So for the internal part of this challenge, we are going to be focusing on overall health. So that means we're going to be including 8 cups of water every day. Yes, I said 8 cups of water, okay? I know that'd be hard for some of you guys. Some of y'all are like, I got this, girl. We'll be also taking our supplements. Now I'm going to leave this up to you as to what supplements you want to take during this time. Now I have a hair, skin, and nails that I'll be probably taking, trying to make sure. Some of y'all may opt for collagen or do the MSM challenge that we did previously. I want to leave that up to you guys, but I will say this: if you checked out my video from last week where I talked about vitamin deficiencies, I want to make sure that you guys are taking whatever vitamins that you might be deficient in. Y'all know for me that is my iron anemia. I'll be taking my Gaia Plant Force Iron, so I will be taking that every single day, okay? That's the goal, okay? Now, we're also going to be including at least 1 healthy meal a day, and we want this to be loaded with as many fruits or veggies as possible. So you can either opt for a salad or some type of soup or stir fry to get, to optimize getting as many veggies into your diet. Now, I will leave you guys with like 2 options of like a nice stir fry option if you're not really a big salad eater. I'm not really a big salad eater, especially in like this colder winter weather. But I want to give you guys some options, totally optional if you want it. If you don't, it's cool. And my feelings ain't hurt, okay? And then last but not least, you guys, we'll be drinking 1 cup of tea. Now, I know some of y'all told me on Sunday that y'all not tea drinkers, but this is called a challenge, okay? So we're gonna challenge ourselves to do things that we haven't done before. So some of the teas I recommend for hair growth include horsetail tea. Y'all know it's actually rich in silica, and silica is important for promoting hair growth. Same as nettle leaf or stinging nettle. It has silica, potassium, and iron, so it's really good to drink. So is green tea, which we know is rich in antioxidants, can help fight excess DHT, which can lead to the androgen hair loss. Rosemary tea and peppermint tea. So you can find a tea that you actually really love to drink. Now, y'all, I actually have a special surprise for you guys. I teamed up with High Maintenance Hair Tea, another Black-owned company. She has a bomb hair growth tea that includes all of these herbs and more. So you have the option of either drinking, an individual tea or getting this particular tea. Totally up to you. Optimize and use what you have. So if you already have some teas and you're like, let me drink that up, do that. If you want to try something new, definitely try her teas. I'll put the link in the description box and a coupon code for you guys. Okay, so next up is the external part. Now, y'all, I'm going to say this. Before we begin that, I want you guys to evaluate your hair right now and determine if you need a trim or anything, okay? So I want to make sure that we start off this challenge with optimal ends, optimal health, right? And it's okay if you need to go ahead and trim away that 1 inch or 2 inches. Maybe you've been holding on to it, sis. Time to let it go. It's okay, because we're gonna grow it back. We're gonna grow it back in this challenge, and that is totally the point. And for this challenge, we're gonna be focusing on using my products. So if you have the Oat and Aloe collection, that's gonna work wonderful. If you have the Brightening Lights collection, that's gonna work wonderful. Whatever you have, definitely use that. Of course, we're gonna be including some of my gloss bars and oil treatments. Again, this is gonna be a well-rounded Ayurvedic challenge, just like a lot of my challenges are. I will also be doing a little bit of a protective style component to it, totally optional for you guys. I'll be doing some of the protective styles that I wore in the previous protective style challenge. So you guys have a lot of options on how you wanna wear your hair and retain length during this particular challenge, okay? So I'll post the challenge right here for you guys. You can access this easily on my website and download it for ease of use for you guys, so you can keep track of the 12 weeks and what we'll be doing, okay? So I'm briefly just gonna go over this, and of course you guys know I'm gonna have dedicated videos each week of what we will be doing for that particular week. So don't worry if this seems like a lot. I'll go through this really quickly, and then we can chat more on our Facebook group or underneath this video here, okay? So week 1 is the scalp care, scalp detox week. We're gonna be focusing on that sugar scrub that I made previously, and we're also gonna be using a clay mask. So if whatever clay mask you have, if you have any bentonite, kaolin, or rasul clay, we're gonna be making a clay mask with that. So make sure you get some of that. Then we'll be shampooing and deep conditioning our hair, of course, with my products, with my shampoo bar or the brightening lights shampoo, and then deep conditioning with what you have. Now y'all, if y'all don't have my products, it is okay. Use whatever is moisturizing and beneficial to you, okay? But I will be focusing using my products because that's what I use, and that is kind of the focus of this challenge. Now I'll also be moisturizing our hair right after wash day with the leave-in conditioner and either the twist cream or the moisturizing styler, and either a sealing with an oil or a butter depending on the hairstyle, also depending on how cold it gets, because winter time is in full effect today. And also I will be sharing again a protective styler with you guys, because I also want to show you guys how I care for my hair throughout the week. I am going to be recommending that you refresh your hair at least 2 times during the week. And if you know your hair, you know what your hair, your hair doesn't get that dry, or it takes a longer time to dry, then do as needed. This is definitely for those who need or don't necessarily have a regimen, or don't know how to tell when their hair is dry and assess those needs. So that remoisturizing during the week, I will also share with you guys in the video to give you that whole well-rounded approach, okay? Okay, so week 2 is going to be our Moringa Amla Gloss Bar. Again, shampooing, deep conditioning our hair, using, whatever as a leave-in moisturizer, refreshing our hair. So week 3, we're going to be making a scalp tea. It's going to include nettle, chamomile, and neem. Now, if you guys have one herb, that's fine. If you have all 3, that's awesome. Also, if you choose to use a high maintenance hair tea, you can also use that as your pre-poo for the week. This week, we're also going to be including our strengthening hair mask. Y'all, we're trying to get a little bit of protein in. Again, followed up with our moisturizing and styling. Week 4, we're going to be making a detangling pre-poo. We're going to be using slippery elm, flax seeds, and marshmallow root. Again, if you have one herb, perfect. If you have all 3, let's get down with it. We're going to be shampooing and deep conditioning again with my products from my line, and re-moisturizing our hair. Week 5, we're going to be using a hair growth tea as a pre-poo. We're going to focus on herbs like nettle, horsetail, rosemary, or amla powder. If you have a combination, again, use what you have, okay? Then shampooing and deep conditioning our hair. Now you have the option again to use this as a pre-poo or as a final rinse. Now week 6, we're going to be focusing on henna. Now, if y'all are not a fan of henna, I want to recommend you find some other or optional strengthening herb. You could maybe use my Amla Fenugreek Gloss Bar, or if you have just fenugreek, you want to use that as strengthening properties. If you have cassia, if you don't want the dye release, you can use cassia. Make sure you have some herb that has strengthening properties for this particular week. And we'll be doing that, and then using my products to moisturize and seal our hair and put our hair back into another protective style. Now week 7, we're going to just kind of repeat what we did previously. We're going to use a nice moisturizing slippery pre-poo. Usually after strength, I like to focus on moisture. So that slippery elm, marshmallow, and flax seeds, deep condition, all of that wonderful stuff that we're going to repeat again and again throughout this challenge. Now next week, we're going to be focusing on our Amla Fenugreek Neem Gloss Bar. I'm actually going to be using that as a deep conditioner. I might add a little bit of our Oat and Owl deep conditioner to it to give it a little bit more moisturizing properties. I want to show you guys that you can use these gloss bars not only as a pre-poo, but also as a final deep conditioner. All right, week 9, again, we're going to do a nice little scalp detox, reset our scalp. Okay, it's been 2 months at this point, so let's give ourselves a nice fresh reset. Week 10, we'll focus back on that scalp care tea. We're kind of repeating ourselves. We want to make sure we're hitting all those points. Remember, scalp care, hair growth, and hair loss. And then week 11 will be, again, that hair growth and hair loss tea, focusing on that either nettle, rosemary, green tea, or amla powder. Again, still shampooing, conditioning, and moisturizing our hair. Then finally in week 12, we're going to bring back that moringa that Moringa and Almond Gloss Bar, which has so many properties, and I thought it'd be a great way to end the challenge with something that's rich in all these vitamins and nutrients. Get that last dose of goodies before we finish the challenge, and then doing a final lane check. So if I didn't mention it at the beginning of the video, make sure we do a lane check at least in week 1 of our challenge. So I'll be doing my lane check next week for you guys in that particular video, so you guys can see my starting point. Now, if you guys need any products from my line, I will be doing a quick sale between now and January 8th. Now, if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. Please don't forget to download the schedule and any of the recipes on our website. Now, I just want to make a reference because sometimes there's a little bit of confusion. You have to check all the way out on the website, and the schedule will be emailed to you guys. So if you're trying to download it from the website, it doesn't download from the website, it downloads from your email. All right, but that's it for this week. And make sure you guys subscribe and share with anybody who's trying to grow and retain some inches in 2022. But I'll see y'all next time. Bye.